Hi, fellas. Today is August 19th. It's a Friday, 2011. And here's a quick overview of things that we're going to be looking in terms of our secondary play. Here's our coverages. These are things we're going to do in level 3, and these are the coverages we have. Of course, there's alpha, which is loose or tight. It's man-to-man. Now, Bravo, it's what's new in this presentation. This is a cover 2, meaning a 2 deep secondary look that we're going to give. We have something called Bravo Roll, Bravo Dog, and Bravo. Charlie is our cover 3. And then for trips, we have these adjustments. If we see 3 receivers one side, we can go ahead and use our trips adjustments, which are shown here. And then Omaha is new also. Remember, again, Omaha is what we do if we see 3 backs in the backfield. So let's take a quick walk through it and see what we got. First of all, here's our alpha. This is our man-to-man coverage. Remember, we're going to lock up the corners man-to-man with number 1. The Bear and Joker have number 2, strong and weak. In this case, here's 2. And then here's number 2 over here, so the Joker. And the Joker and Will might want to banjo this, since the Joker's got number 2, and number 2 is in a position where it could go quickly that way. Remember, that's our banjo call, which says we're going to run a combination with these two. So we probably banjo this guy right here. And by the same token, the Bear has number 2, and this is number 2 right here. He might want a little help if he comes inside. He might call for banjo help here, meaning those two, both the Sam and the Bear, would banjo number 2. Number 3 is taken by Sam and Will. Sam and Will, you have number 3, and if you have number 3, you play hook to curl. And again, the mic is going to spy the quarterback and play the hole. And by the hole, fellas, we mean the area underneath the coverage and between coverages, this area roughly in here. And in this area, the mic will float, keep his eyes on the quarterback in a back pedal, and then try to wall off any crossing receivers. So in this particular formation, you can see number 2 is a threat to come across his face. And if he does, he would step up, engage him, and not allow him to cross. So we've done a lot of alpha. This is man-free, and we can also, this is alpha loose. If we played alpha tight, remember, as a cornerback, you want to be inside out. You want to be on the inside looking at the receiver, and this would be tight press man coverage, in which we'd probably bring some pressure to maybe some assistance on that. So that's alpha. And then here's Bravo, which is now our cover 2. Cover 2 means we have 2 deep safeties, and we know one of our safeties is going to be the free. The other deep half player is going to be the Joker, who's going to drop back. And so what we're asking in this coverage is that the free and the Joker take the deep halves of the field, roughly something that looks like that. And with underneath coverage, the corner will be a flat player. He's going to funnel number 1. Line up with your butt instead of being inside. Now you're facing with your butt and hips towards the sideline. And your job is to make number 1 release inside. Corners, if you make number 1 release inside, then you then look to number 2, see what number 2 is doing, in this case, this guy or this particular receiver. But it's an awful coverage if the corner gets beat to the outside. If as you go to funnel, meaning make him release inside, if he beats you and gives you some kind of double move and runs up the sideline, then we've got a long way for our Joker, our other deep half player, to get over the top. So in our Bravo coverage, which is really cover 2, 2 deep, 6 under, you've got to make number 1 receiver go inside. And as it says down here, you have the flat to the out, funnel number 1 with your hands, and then look for number 2. The Will and the Sam, you play hook to curl and post to dig. So here's your hook, here's your curl, under the post, and looking for a dig route. The dig route is a vertical with a crossing coming off the tail end. So this is the dig route here. So you're basically playing this section of the field over here. That's the Sam and Will. Again, the mic is going to spy the quarterback, drop a low hole to high hole, low hole, and then high hole, being back here. And again, the Bear, in this case, is kind of unique. The Bear can look to rob number 1 because he has a curl player behind him. He has a flat player in front of him. So if you get a pass read, flash your eyes to number 1, anticipate the quarterback's throw, and if the quarterback tries to throw the slant, you're in good position to rob number 1. So this is a nice defense for the Bear because you're really between 2 coverages. You have a flat, a curl, and a deep half behind you, and you're coming a bonus player to that side. That's Bravo. 2 deep, 6 under. And again, the free, you're a deep half player on this side of the field. That's Bravo coverage. Over here is Bravo Dog. Bravo Dog means we're going to play 2 deep halves again, with the Joker playing deep half and the free playing deep half, but we're going to man everybody else up. So the corners have number 1 man-to-man. That's how we indicated it when we draw it. Corners have number 1 man-to-man. The Bear, you have number 2 strong. If you don't have number 2 strong, you can play flat to the out. The Sam and Will has number 2 weak, and then the Sam has number 3, if you have a number 3 to your side. Mike is going to spy the quarterback and play low hole to high hole again. And again, this is a great pass defense. It's a little weak versus run, because if we rush 3 and we drop 8, we've got to make sure the Mike backer is spying the quarterback and ready to help us and really be our eyes in the field, yelling pass and run and playing the inside-out run protection that we need. Also very important that the joker and the free are 2 deep halves. Make a lot of sense and tell us if it's pass or run. That's Bravo dog, meaning we're going to dog them up, we're going to get real close to them, and we're going to play man-to-man coverage. Cover 2 roll is a little more difficult coverage in some ways, but it has some advantages. We're going to start in a cover 3 look, or in our Charlie shell, as we call it. And then we're going to roll to cover 2 to the flow side. So if we see flow to this side of the football, then this corner, who was initially deep half, is going to roll up and be a flat player on this side. This corner, who was really deep third in our pre-snap Charlie look, now rolls back and becomes deep half. We can do this because it's very unlikely that the quarterback can roll this way and throw the ball all the way back across this side. So cover 2 roll means we start in cover 3, we roll to cover 2. The corner plays a flat on the roll side, and he's also the force player. He becomes what our bear does, and that is making sure everything goes inside of him and no run or pass gets outside of him. Now, Sam and Will, these are both posted dig players. Sam and Will are both trying to get underneath any post or dig routes. They open up like this. The Mike is a hole player. He's going to try to get in the middle here somewhere and try to find any crossing routes, and again, spying the quarterback. The bear is hook to flat. He's got the hook zone, working his way out towards the flat. Actually, hook to curl is a better explanation. Yeah, hook to curl with late flat help if we need it. And the joker is also playing the hook to the curl. Again, with flow this way, he's going to be on the backside away from the flow. He's in a position here to sit back here in the curl. Free, again, you start in a 3 shell or in a Charlie look, and then play the deep half on the flow side. Because flow goes this way, you're the deep half player on this side. If flow went the other way, you'd be the deep half on this side. Corners, here's your rule. If flow is 2, you roll up and play a flat, and you can come downhill and be a flat player and try to make him come inside. And if flow is away, then you drop back, and you play deep half on your side of the field away from the flow. So study this, cover 2 roll, which we're going to call Bravo roll, which is our cover 2. Here's Bravo roll going the other way. Here you see the corner has to roll up here while this corner drops back to deep half. You have 1 receiver really you have to worry about, and if he rolls this way, most likely his route's going to be a post or a drag coming back, and you should be well positioned to handle that. We wouldn't want him to go inside and have us stay back here and play deep half or deep third if we're just covering grass. We want to squeeze with it, and that's what cover 2 roll or Bravo roll will do for us. So it's the same thing here. You see roll left. And if we get straight drop back pass, then really we're just going to play Charlie. And we're not going to roll. If it's a drop back pass, quarterback goes straight back, then we have our regular deep third responsibilities with 5 under. Now, trips adjustments, we have a few. This is a Charlie with no adjustments. The only thing we've done is we moved our free, who normally would be a little bit more in the middle field, over here. And the only adjustment, really, without moving too much, is that he's going to have deep quarter, and he has deep quarter also. So if this is half the field, we're taking this section, breaking it in half. The corner has the outside quarter. The free would have the inside quarter, I should say, if we see trips like this. The bear is the flat. The Sam is hook to curl. The Mike is the hole. He's also hook to curl, flat. And now really this corner has underneath help, but really he has only 1 receiver to be concerned with, and essentially is man-to-man on that guy. That's no adjustments, which is one of the things we could do. If we see trips, we could just stay in Charlie, and the only thing we would do, which really isn't even an adjustment, is just move our free a little bit over towards the trip side, and again, play deep quarter. The other thing we could do is Sam shift. In this case, you see the free in the corner again playing deep quarters. Deep quarter. Here's our flat player. And now the Sam is going to move out of the box. He's now lined up between number 2 and number 3, and he goes at the curl. He's a curl player. He's a hook player. And he's also a hook player, flat player with the joker. And again, because there's only 1 eligible receiver here to worry about, essentially this corner is locked up man-to-man with the split receiver. And the joker can play the curl to post to dig. There's only 1 threat here, and we should find out where he does and make sure we're trying to interrupt his route. And if we can't get in his face and break him up, then we want to try to get underneath the route, make it a hard ball for the quarterback to throw. So that's a Sam shift adjustment out of trips. The other thing we do is Sam shift boom, which we want to confuse the offense in their pre-snap reads. In this case, we line up in Sam shift, and the tag word boom means we're going to boomerang back. We're going to go back to our regular alignment. in which case really now we've lined up in Sam shift, and then we're gonna shift back to regular Charlie with the free cheated over, playing a quarter of the field. So we'll do this, have the quarterback begins his cadence, he thinks we're gonna Sam shift, in which case the run looks a little bit better inside, and then we're gonna shift back after he begins his cadence to our regular Charlie alignment. We can also Joe it. In this case, if we Joe, we're gonna take our joker, who normally lines up away from the strength, put him over here, he becomes a curl player, the bear becomes flat, and again, we're playing deep quarter behind with the Sam to the hook. This is very strong versus the pass, a little weak versus the run in a couple of regards. But we're okay. What's really the onus or the responsibility in this defense really now goes back to this corner being able to play man-to-man with him. We're very vulnerable to the slant. We're very vulnerable to the hitches and a variety of other patterns. And so really, this is a real alert to the corner that you're really all alone in this half of the field, and you've got a big responsibility. We're also putting in a defense called Normandy, boys, and as you may know, Normandy was a historic battle in World War II, and here's a little background on Omaha. Omaha was a beach, and one of the beaches that the Allies had to take as they stormed Normandy that day. And so just as they were challenged, we'll be challenged by fronts that look like this, or sets that look like this. Here's two tight ends, and here's three backs in the backfield. And we'll automatically check to what we're going to call Omaha if we see three backs in the backfield. They could be lined up like this. This guy could be here in what's called a power I. Anytime we see three backs in the backfield, whether these tight ends are tight or they're lined up as split ends, we're going to automatically adjust to Omaha. And here's all we're going to do. We're going to take our Mike backer, who normally is over here in a 0-0. He's going to go play an A gap. Play left or right, it doesn't matter, but do know that the nose goes to the other A gap. You have two A gap players here who are probably going to crawl through on all fours, and you've got to stop the sneak. The Will and the Sam become 30 backers. Our tackles remain in 5s. We're going to walk up the joker and the bear and play 9s. So your 9 techniques outside shade. And in terms of pass defense, we're going to have the corners take number 1 man-to-man. In this case, this is number 1. This is number 2. This is number 1. This is number 2. And again, the corners have number 1. The bear and joker have number 2 man-to-man. So you're going to put your hands on 1 and try to read and see what happens with number 2. If it's run, again, you're still the pace player to your side. And a lot of misdirection and counteraction takes place, so let's not bail out quick. You're going to have to be the sink and replace guy if it goes away, but if it comes to you, your job is to skate and contain and make him break inside and not let him beat you outside to the edge. We lose if he gets there. Sam and Will, you have number 3. In this case, this is number 3. And again, if he goes this way, he's yours, Sam. If he went this way, he'd be yours, Will. And the free safety really is our big player in this particular defense because he has no responsibilities. Here's our free. I forgot to pencil him in, but there's the free safety. Free safety, you're just going to react to flow. You're going to be an inside-out banana fill on any flow to any side. And if you see pass and you anticipate that something's going vertical, you could help out over the top to either side. So you can kind of read the quarterback. Quarterback flows, you should flow. If he flows the other way, then obviously if you're the free, and you saw the quarterback roll like this, then you would run like this, helping out on vertical routes and anybody who gets loose. So that's a quick overview of our pass coverages, looking at the different situations we can see.